When a girl truly loves you, you'll know it in a way that words could never fully capture. See, real love isn't noisy. It's not built on grand announcements or flashy shows. It's quiet, but powerful, steady, like a current running deep beneath the surface. You don't have to ask 1,000 times. You don't have to guess. Real love leaves evidence. When a girl truly loves you, you'll feel it in the consistency of her actions, the patience in her voice, and the way she stands with you, even when the world is falling apart. When a girl truly loves you, she doesn't just fall for your strengths, she embraces your weaknesses too. She doesn't just love who you are when things are good. She stands beside you when you're broken, unsure, and fighting battles you don't even have the words to explain. True love isn't about convenience, it's about commitment. It's about a heart that says, I see your flaws, and I'm not going anywhere. It's about choosing you every single day, even on the days when you feel least lovable. Understand something. Real love has patience. In a world obsessed with instant gratification, true love moves differently. It doesn't rush. It builds. It understands that meaningful relationships take time, work, and heart. When a girl truly loves you, she's patient with your process. She's not constantly comparing you to somebody else. She's not demanding perfection. She sees your potential and chooses to nurture it rather than criticize your journey. When she loves you, she listens, really listens, not just to your words, but to your silence, to your fears, to your dreams that you've been too afraid to speak out loud. She tunes into your energy, pays attention to your moods, and makes space for you to be human. That kind of attention can't be faked. It comes from a heart that's truly invested in you, not just the idea of you. Love like that will challenge you. It will push you to be better, not because you feel pressured, but because you feel inspired. Real love doesn't enable your bad habits. It doesn't allow you to stay stuck. It holds up a mirror and reminds you of the greatness inside you when you've forgotten it yourself. When a girl truly loves you, she won't just comfort you when you're down. She'll encourage you to rise. Respect is another key. A woman who truly loves you will respect your individuality. She won't try to control you or change you into someone you're not. She'll understand that love is not ownership. Love is freedom. Freedom to grow, to explore, to become. She will be your partner, not your parent, not your boss. She will walk beside you, not in front of you or behind you. When she loves you, you'll see it in the way she supports your dreams. She'll believe in your vision, even when it's nothing more than a whisper in your mind. She'll push you to keep going when you want to quit. She'll remind you of who you are when life tries to make you forget. That's the kind of love that builds empires, that withstands storms, that leaves a mark long after the world forgets everything else. But here's what you need to understand. True love is rare. It's not something you'll find around every corner. It's not something you can force or fake. It's something you recognize, something you respect, and when you find it, you protect it, you cherish it, you do your part too. Because real love isn't a one-way street. It's not about one person carrying all the weight. It's a partnership, a dance. It requires both people showing up every day, choosing each other over and over again. Love isn't just a feeling, it's a decision. It's a commitment to stand together, even when the feelings aren't as loud, even when life gets messy, even when everything inside you says run. You see, too many people throw away real love because they get caught up chasing excitement. They confuse drama with passion. They mistake consistency for boredom. They think love should be easy, effortless, like in the movies. But real love, the kind that builds legacies, is forged through shared struggles, silent sacrifices, and 1,000 small choices that say, I'm here. I'm not leaving. When a girl truly loves you, she loves the man you are, and the man you are becoming. She'll see your scars not as blemishes, but as badges of honor. She'll understand your past without holding it against you. She'll honor your vulnerability without exploiting it. She will stand in your corner, not because she has to, but because her heart compels her to. And her love will be quiet. It won't be about grand gestures posted online. It'll be the way she asks if you've eaten, the way she remembers the little things you said in passing, the way she cheers you on in rooms where you're not even present. Real love does not need an audience to perform for. Real love does not seek validation from others. Real love is content in simply existing, growing, and thriving in truth. If you have a girl who truly loves you, don't play games with her heart. Don't take her kindness for weakness. Don't wait until it's too late to realize the treasure you had. Nurture it, communicate, show up for her, like she shows up for you. Because love like that, it's not disposable, it's not replaceable, it's not something you can find again, just because you want to. Understand that when you are truly loved, you are entrusted with something sacred. You are carrying another person's hopes, fears, and dreams inside your hands. Treat that with the reverence it deserves. Protect it, build with it, honor it. Because when all is said and done, at the end of your life, it won't be the money, the fame, or the material things you'll remember. It'll be the love you gave and the love you received. It'll be the memories built, the dreams chased together, the storms weathered side by side. It'll be the knowledge that you loved deeply and were deeply loved in return. Real love doesn't ask for perfection. It asks for presence. It asks for effort. It asks for a heart that chooses, day in and day out, to stay, to fight, to grow. When a girl truly loves you, she doesn't want a perfect man. She wants a real man. A man willing to be vulnerable, willing to lead with integrity, willing to love her back just as fiercely as she loves him. And if you are fortunate enough to be loved like that, remember this: loyalty is the loudest love language. It's not about fancy words. It's not about grand promises. It's about showing up, staying consistent, and letting your actions say, "I choose you," again and again, no matter what. True love is the greatest gift you can receive, but it's also the greatest responsibility you can be given. If you have it, respect it. If you recognize it, cherish it. If you feel it, honor it. Because real love, the kind that changes lives and shapes legacies, is not found every day. It's rare, it's precious, and once lost, it may never come again. When a girl truly loves you, it's not a moment, it's a lifetime. True love is shown through actions, not empty words. It's easy to say, "I love you," but the real weight of those words lies in what follows them. Anyone can string together sentences, make promises, or paint beautiful pictures with language. But love, real love, demands more than talk. It requires sacrifice, consistency, and presence. It demands that love be lived out, day after day, moment after moment, through choices, through selflessness, and through the willingness to put someone else's needs alongside or even ahead of your own. True love isn't loud with its words. It's loud with its deeds. You see, words are cheap. Words can be rehearsed, manipulated, or even weaponized. But actions reveal what's in the heart. When someone truly loves you, you won't have to keep guessing. You won't find yourself constantly questioning where you stand. Their actions will tell the story. Their mouth doesn't have to narrate. Love shows up in the little things, checking on you after a long day, remembering the things that matter to you, making time for you when life gets chaotic. It's standing by your side when you succeed and when you fail. It's sticking around when things are complicated, not just when it's convenient. Real love reveals itself in consistency. It's not about grand gestures once in a blue moon. It's about the everyday choices that say, "I'm here, I'm invested, you matter." It's about showing up, especially when it's hard. It's easy to love when everything is going right, but true love shows up when things are heavy. When disagreements happen, when life is messy and unpredictable. It's being present when staying would be easier to skip. It's choosing loyalty over selfishness, understanding over judgment, patience over frustration. True love listens. It doesn't just wait for its turn to speak. It leans in. It cares. It makes the effort to understand what lies beneath the surface. True love doesn't dismiss your fears or belittle your dreams. It embraces them, nurtures them, and encourages them. It's not about trying to fix you. It's about walking with you through the process of becoming, supporting you, without controlling you, lifting you up, without tearing you down. Love in action is selfless. It considers how decisions will affect the other person, not just what's easiest or most beneficial for oneself. It's about making sacrifices sometimes, not out of obligation, but because you genuinely want to make their life better. It's about thinking beyond your own needs and recognizing that love is a partnership, a dance that requires attention, intention, and care from both sides. When love is real, it brings security, not confusion. It brings peace, not anxiety. It builds you up, instead of making you doubt your worth. It doesn't leave you wondering if you're loved. It confirms it through steady, faithful actions, even in tough times, even through disagreements, even in moments of distance or struggle. True love finds its way to remind you, I'm still here, I'm still choosing you. Empty words, no matter how poetic or passionate they sound, eventually reveal themselves for what they are: hollow promises. But love that's lived out through action leaves an imprint that words never could. It creates trust. It forms a bond that can weather the storms of life, because it's been built not just on feelings, but on commitment and effort. It's easy to say the right thing when you're caught up in the emotion of a moment. It's easy to promise forever when you're standing in the sunshine. But when the clouds roll in, when life tests your patience, when mistakes are made, and forgiveness is needed, that's when true love shines through. It's not about being perfect, it's about being willing to apologize when you're wrong, willing to forgive when you've been hurt, willing to stay and fight for the connection when it would be easier to walk away. Love is a verb. It's something you do, not just something you say. It's in how you treat someone when no one else is watching. It's in the quiet moments, the overlooked gestures, the sacrifices that aren't broadcast to the world. It's in the choice to prioritize someone else's happiness, comfort, and growth, even when it costs you something. True love is shown when you put down your pride and pick up humility. It's shown when you choose patience over anger, understanding over judgment, compassion over convenience. It's shown when you invest time, energy, and heart, without keeping score, without expecting something in return. Love doesn't tally up who did more. It simply gives. It moves. It acts. At the end of the day, anyone can tell you they love you, but not everyone will back it up with actions. Not everyone will stay when the journey gets tough. Not everyone will carry the weight of loving you when it's not easy. Pay attention to the ones who show up, not just the ones who speak up, because love that is true doesn't just make noise. It makes an impact. It doesn't just whisper promises. It builds a legacy. Real love isn't a performance. It's a commitment made visible through patience, forgiveness, loyalty, and selflessness. It's built brick by brick, through actions that speak far louder than any string of words ever could. And once you've experienced love like that, love that is real, tangible, unwavering, you'll realize that anything less simply isn't enough. Always remember, true love doesn't have to announce itself. It proves itself, quietly, steadily, every single day. When a girl truly loves you, it's not just something you hear, it's something you feel in the way she connects with you on every level. Her love isn't shallow or fleeting. It runs deep, reaching places beyond the surface. She doesn't just show up for the good times. She becomes part of your challenges, your dreams, and your growth. Her emotional investment is seen in her care for your feelings, your worries, and your happiness. She pays attention not just to your words, but to the spaces between them. She notices the change in your voice when you're tired, the distant look in your eyes when something's bothering you. And she leans in, wanting to understand, wanting to support without judgment. Mentally, she challenges you to be your best, without ever belittling who you are. She listens not just to respond, but to truly hear you. Conversations with her aren't surface level. They're filled with meaning, ideas, laughter, and dreams. She remembers the things that matter to you not because she has to, but because they've become important to her too. Her support isn't passive. She encourages you to grow, to chase your ambitions, and to believe in yourself even when doubt tries to creep in. She respects your thoughts, values your opinions, and is curious about your perspective on life. Spiritually, her love creates a space where you can be vulnerable without fear. It's a place where your spirit feels nourished, where your purpose feels seen, and where you're encouraged to become who you were meant to be. Her love brings peace, not chaos. It offers strength, not weakness. Even when she doesn't fully understand every part of your journey, she stands with you, believing in your path and trusting in the man you are becoming. Her spiritual investment means she prays for your success, she cheers for your healing, and she holds hope for your future, even during the times you struggle to hold it for yourself. A girl who truly loves you doesn't treat the relationship like a convenience. She treats it like a priority. She doesn't just make time for you when everything is easy. She makes you part of her life even when things are hard. Her commitment shows up in small, consistent actions, a thoughtful message when you're having a rough day, a quiet presence when you need someone to lean on, an encouraging word when you feel like giving up. She builds a bond based on trust, not control. Her love doesn't come with chains or conditions. It comes with freedom, and the belief that real love supports growth rather than stifling it. She doesn't try to change you into someone you're not. She loves the real you, the imperfect you, and she celebrates your victories as if they were her own. She mourns your losses not from a distance but as someone whose heart is tied to yours. Her emotional investment means she feels your highs and lows deeply. When you're hurting, she doesn't just sympathize, she empathizes. She seeks to understand the emotions beneath the surface and to offer comfort without forcing solutions. Her patience during your storms shows the depth of her heart. She doesn't run at the first sign of trouble. She stays, she fights for the relationship, and she believes that the bond you share is worth protecting. Mentally, she stays engaged, even during the ordinary parts of life. It's not just about the exciting adventures or the romantic getaways. It's about sharing simple conversations over coffee, late-night talks about your dreams, and moments of laughter that don't need to be posted for the world to see. She values the connection you share, treating it like something sacred rather than something disposable. Spiritually, she aligns herself with the vision of building a future together that's rooted in more than just attraction. It's about respect, shared values, and mutual inspiration. She doesn't seek perfection, she seeks authenticity. She understands that true love isn't about finding someone who checks every box on a list. It's about choosing someone every day, even when life gets complicated. Her love is consistent, not erratic. It isn't here today and gone tomorrow, based on her mood or the latest trend. It's a steady flame, not a flash fire that burns out quickly. She stands beside you, not because she has to, but because she chooses to. She chooses you even when other options exist, even when it's easier to focus only on herself. That choice, made over and over, is where true love reveals itself. When she loves you fully, you'll notice her dreams start to include you. Her plans aren't made in isolation. They consider your place beside her. She speaks about the future with a sense of we instead of just me. Her loyalty isn't loud, but it's unshakable. It's present in the way she defends you when you're not around, in the way she stands up for the relationship when others question it, and in the way she holds your hand through the unpredictable journey of life. True love from a girl is a powerful force. It's not about perfection, grand gestures, or fairy tales. It's about the quiet strength she brings into your life, a strength that lifts you, supports you, and believes in you. It's about the emotional security she fosters, the mental stimulation she offers, and the spiritual peace she creates. And the beauty of it is that when a girl truly loves you like this, it inspires you to rise higher, to be better, to love more deeply in return. It reminds you that real love isn't about finding someone to fill a void. It's about finding someone who makes you realize you were never incomplete to begin with. Her love simply adds to the fullness of who you are, and together, you build something that neither time nor circumstances can easily break. Deep love is not loud or flashy. It doesn't need to make a grand entrance or constantly demand attention. Instead, it moves quietly, steadily, and purposefully through patience, understanding, and loyalty. These are the qualities that shape true bonds between people, the ones that stand the test of time and challenges. Patience, for instance, is the silent strength that holds a relationship together when life becomes complicated. It's the willingness to wait without frustration, to give someone the time they need to heal, to grow, or to find their own way. It means showing up every day without demanding perfection, knowing that real connection comes from allowing each other the space to be human. Understanding in love is not simply about agreeing, it's about listening with the heart open, even when it's difficult. It means seeking to see the world through the other person's eyes, to grasp their struggles, their fears, their dreams, even when they don't know how to put them into words. It's the act of interpreting their silence, reading between the lines of their actions, and choosing to offer grace instead of judgment. True understanding allows two people to feel safe enough to be honest. It's not about fixing each other, but about accepting each other without trying to mold one another into an ideal version. Loyalty stands as the anchor in deep love. It's not proven by grand declarations, but by quiet acts of consistency. It's in the way someone chooses you every day, especially when it would be easier to walk away. Loyalty doesn't question or waver because of temporary emotions or outside pressures. It holds strong during the storms, not just the sunny days. It's the silent promise that says, "I'm here," without needing to be repeated over and over. It's built through actions that stay true, even when no one is watching. Real love does not operate on convenience. It thrives on commitment. Patience shows up when mistakes are made, offering forgiveness without keeping score. Understanding appears when life gets messy and emotions run high, allowing space for honest conversations without fear. Loyalty shines when others might criticize, doubt, or try to pull the connection apart, but the bond remains unshaken. These elements build trust, not through words, but through time-tested actions that prove intentions without needing constant validation. In a world that often rewards instant gratification and temporary highs, deep love is revolutionary. It doesn't rush the process. It allows people to unfold naturally, to reveal their truest selves, without fear of being left behind. It celebrates growth, not just achievement. It respects timing, not just outcomes. It's not looking for the next best thing. It's investing in what's real, knowing that the best things take time to fully develop. Patience, understanding, and loyalty create a foundation that can weather disappointment, miscommunication, and the inevitable hardships that life brings. They allow love to mature into something that is not only beautiful, but unbreakable. Without patience, love becomes fragile. Without understanding, love becomes shallow. Without loyalty, love becomes unstable. Together they form a bond that is rich, layered, and resilient. True love teaches you that it's not about constant excitement or dramatic gestures. It's about the everyday moments, the consistent care, the small decisions to choose one another again and again. It's found in the quiet support during a bad day, the silent encouragement during a tough season, and the unwavering presence when life feels uncertain. It's found in allowing someone to be vulnerable without fear, to make mistakes without losing their worth, and to grow at their own pace without being pushed or pulled in directions they're not ready for. Patience in love shows a respect for the journey, an acknowledgement that both people are works in progress. Understanding allows the relationship to deepen, moving beyond surface-level interactions to true emotional intimacy. Loyalty cements it all, assuring both people that no matter what happens, they are not alone in facing it. These qualities nurture a connection that strengthens over time, instead of weakening under pressure. Real love demands maturity. It demands a heart that is willing to delay gratification, to sacrifice selfish desires, for the sake of something greater. It demands a mind that is willing to listen more than it speaks, and a spirit that is willing to stand firm, even when circumstances get rough. It asks for presence, not perfection. It asks for effort, not excuses, and it offers something far richer than temporary thrills. It offers security, partnership, and peace. When love is grounded in patience, understanding, and loyalty, it doesn't fade when the excitement wears off. It grows deeper. It adapts to change. It withstands tense, and trials. It becomes a partnership where two people aren't just surviving life together, but thriving through it, lifting each other higher every step of the way. This kind of love isn't easy to find, and it isn't easy to maintain. It takes courage. It takes selflessness. It takes a willingness to see love, not as a feeling that comes and goes, but as a daily choice that demands care, attention, and commitment. But when it's found, when it's nurtured, it becomes one of the most powerful forces on earth. Not loud, not showy, but steady, certain, and unbreakable. Patience, understanding, and loyalty are not just signs of deep love. They are the pillars that make it possible. Without them, love is fragile and fleeting. With them, love becomes something that can outlast any challenge and stand tall through every season of life. Real love isn't about staying comfortable or remaining the same. It's a force that pushes you toward growth, a mirror that reflects not only your beauty, but also your areas of weakness. It invites you to step into your full potential, to shed the habits and fears that keep you from becoming who you were meant to be. When someone truly loves you, they don't let you settle for mediocrity. They encourage you to rise higher, to dream bigger, and to believe more fiercely in yourself. They won't always tell you what you want to hear, but they will always tell you what you need to hear. With a heart rooted in genuine care, true connection demands evolution. It challenges you to develop patience where you once reacted impulsively, strength where you used to crumble, and compassion where you might have jumped too quickly. It isn't content with seeing you remain stuck in old cycles. Real love sees who you are today, but envisions who you could become tomorrow. And it motivates you to walk that path even when it's hard. It doesn't criticize or shame, but it doesn't enable comfort-based living either. It stretches you, sometimes gently, sometimes firmly, but always purposefully. The growth inspired by authentic love doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual, often uncomfortable process. It forces you to confront your fears, insecurities, and blind spots. It asks you to take accountability for your actions, to apologize when necessary, and to forgive with an open heart. It teaches you how to communicate with honesty, how to listen without defense, and how to be vulnerable without fear of being abandoned. Growth within love means learning how to trust deeply, even after being hurt, and how to love freely, even after being disappointed. When you are loved genuinely, you realize that someone believes in your potential, even when you doubt yourself. Their belief becomes a light you can follow when your own confidence fades. They challenge you to break cycles that no longer serve you, to develop habits that build a stronger future, and to think beyond the limits of your past experiences. True love reminds you that you are capable of more than you think, and that settling is a betrayal of your own spirit. This kind of relationship doesn't suffocate or control. Instead, it supports your independence, while also encouraging interdependence, a balance where two people grow individually and together. They don't compete with you. They collaborate. They don't resent your success. They celebrate it. They don't fear your growth. They fuel it. In real love, growth isn't a threat. It's the very essence of the bond. The beauty of this dynamic is that it's reciprocal. As you are challenged to become better, you also inspire the other person to do the same. Love creates a shared environment of encouragement, where both individuals feel safe enough to stretch beyond their comfort zones. It's not about perfection, but about continuous improvement. It's not about who can grow faster, but about how both can move forward hand in hand, strengthening each other with every step. Real love teaches you that comfort is not the ultimate goal. Transformation is. It shows you that avoiding growth to keep the peace leads to stagnation, while embracing the challenges love presents leads to a deeper, richer connection. It proves that the struggles you face together aren't signs of failure, but opportunities for greater understanding and resilience. In this environment, every disagreement, every hardship, every obstacle becomes a chance to build something stronger than before. As you walk this journey, you learn to appreciate the struggles for what they are, necessary parts of the process. You realize that love isn't found in the absence of challenges, but in the willingness to face them together. You begin to understand that the discomfort you sometimes feel is not a sign of falling apart, but a sign of stretching toward a stronger version of yourself in your relationship. True love doesn't seek to mold you into a version that suits its needs. It seeks to empower you to become the best version of yourself for your own sake. It respects your individuality, while nurturing your growth. It challenges you without breaking you, corrects you without belittling you, and supports you without enabling your limitations. It operates from a place of deep respect, not control. The lessons learned through real love extend far beyond the relationship itself. They impact your career, your friendships, your dreams, and your entire way of approaching life. You develop resilience where there was once fear. You discover self-worth where there was once doubt. You cultivate vision where there was once confusion. Love in its truest form becomes the catalyst for a life lived fully, boldly, and authentically. At its core, real love is a commitment to growth, yours, theirs, and the relationships. It's a daily decision to encourage, to challenge, and to walk through the messy, beautiful journey of becoming. It refuses to let you waste your potential or shrink back into old patterns. It calls you forward into the life you were designed to live, not through pressure or force, but through steady, unwavering belief. When you experience love that challenges you to grow, you experience a love that doesn't just change your heart, it transforms your entire life. You become a stronger, wiser, more compassionate version of yourself. You step into your dreams with courage. You navigate life's storms with resilience. And you offer that same powerful, transformative love back to the world around you. True love stands as one of the most precious experiences a person can encounter. It's not something that crosses your path every day, nor is it something that should be taken for granted when it finally appears. The world is full of fleeting connections and temporary emotions, but true love is a rare gem that shines differently. It is built on a foundation of loyalty, deep respect, and a commitment that transcends mere feelings. Recognizing it when it arrives is essential, because missing it or mishandling it could mean losing something that may never return. Many people spend their lives chasing after shallow versions of love, mistaking attention, infatuation, or temporary excitement for something deeper. But real love is different. It's steady even when the emotions waver. It shows up not only in the moments of laughter, but also in the days filled with trials and silence. It reveals itself in actions more than words, in sacrifices made without being asked, and in a consistency that speaks louder than grand gestures ever could. When you find this kind of bond, it demands your full attention, because it's not just another relationship, it's a life-altering gift. Recognizing true love requires maturity and clarity. It's about seeing beyond appearances, beyond the superficial things that often distract people from genuine connection. It involves understanding someone's soul, their intentions, and the way they choose to show up for you time and time again. Real love won't always be perfect, but it will be honest, loyal, and resilient. It challenges you to look inward, to acknowledge your own flaws, and to grow with someone instead of running from difficulties.